What's up, everybody? It's Karl, aka Karl Drum Tech, and today let's talk about the connection between the mind and the body. Cue the music. Alright guys, if you're finding me for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, this red button down below that says subscribe. That way you're notified first anytime I put out a new video in regards to the marching arts, marching bands, drum lines, indoor percussion, all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single upload. Now make sure that notification bell is ringing as well. That way you are the first to be notified anytime I put out a new video. So subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get to the video. Okay, so what is the mind and body connection, right? So this is something I noticed with my students, right? Where it's like, you could tell them over and over again, what they need to do, right? So for example, like maybe a student is learning paradiddles for the first time, right, left, right, left, left, okay? And they have trouble doing it because, number one, it's a new action that their body is doing, right? And then like it might be slow, stuff like that. And then maybe their hands want to do right, left, right instead of, right, left, right. Or maybe they want to go right, left, and they just can't get the concept of right, left, right. And this is just an example, right? I mean, paradiddle is probably one of the easiest rudiments you can learn, but there's, Swisses, flam drags, cheeses, now you're getting something a little bit more difficult to control, okay? And then, yeah, at times your body wants to do things that it wants to do. And in some ways, it has a mind of its own, okay? So no matter how much you tell a student, like the sticking is right, left, right, and they totally understand it. They know it's, if you ask them, what's the sticking? They say right, left, right. They're totally understanding here, but it's a totally different thing when they can't get it in their hands. Their hands don't want to do it. Their hands want to do something else. Their hands want to do a totally different rhythm, right? And like, they know the right answer. They know what it's supposed to be, but their hands just can't do it. And that's the mind-body connection, right? So in that case, there's no connection, okay? What you have to do in those situations, like if you're learning something new and your hands want to do something totally different, they want to do what they want to do, you have to exert control. You have to literally just like, exert your will, okay? And tell your hands, nope, this is not what we're doing. It's right, left, right. Here it is, okay? Right, left, right. And you just have to force yourself to do it. This is with anything that you do that you're learning for the first time. It could be something like, and I've had many, teaching instances where it's very hard to get somebody to line their feet up to their hands. So the feet timing to the hand timing, right? And it's like when you have a downbeat, right? You have the hands hitting the drum while your feet hits the ground at the same time. Sometimes that doesn't happen, right? Sometimes it's a very hard thing to do if you've never been exposed to it. And then you can tell the student, yeah, this is what's supposed to happen. And the student totally understands this is what's supposed to happen, but it still doesn't happen, all right? The good thing is if they know what they're supposed to be doing, then if they don't do it correctly, hands hit first, feet hit first. Oh yeah, that's right, I know. Or feet hit first, hands hit next. Oh yeah, that's right, I know. They can correct, they can make adjustments, and then they'll figure it out, okay? But that doesn't happen until everything is right up here. So here's another example, right? How about like, and I do this with my students all the time. I make them sing the rhythm, right? So an exercise like, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Like, I make them sing it out, not all the time, but I make them sing it out first so that they understand it here. The singing is a manifestation of what's going on in your head. If you can sing it back to me correctly, that means you have it here in your head correctly. It's not gonna happen hands-wise. Your hands are not gonna automatically do the right rhythm, the right exercise, if you don't have it correct up here, okay? So you have to have that connection. You have to have, like everything correct up here because the mind controls the body, right? So in order for you to get your hands to do what you want it to do, you have to understand everything up here first. That's why I make my students sing out the rhythms correctly first before they play. And then at that point, like, you want to sing and play at the same time. So when you're singing and playing at the same time, you are basically saying the instruction manual out loud, and all you have to do is follow the instructions. That's all you got to do. So like if you're doing something where it's like 1 and then you're like, and then you hit, it's like, wait, that wasn't the same time, right? So it's like you can make that correction on your own. You don't need a teacher to tell you to do that. You know the right answer because the instructions are right there. You just said it, right? And then you have to just do it again the next time and you know exactly what you're going for. Does that make sense, right? So that mind-body connection is so important. Just because in terms of the fact that your hands, your body in a way, has a mind of its own. It wants to do its own thing. It wants to do things that are comfortable, right? Especially if it's never done an action before, right? If it's never done a paradiddle, if your hands have never done a paradiddle before, it's gonna be weird for your hands to do it. So, but if you get it in your head, even still, your hands are still gonna be like, wait, I still don't get it. So you have to exert your will. You have to tell your hands, nope, right, left, right, right. And you keep doing it until they do it correctly, all right? And that's the importance of the mind-body connection. It's absolutely connected. It's very important that you get everything up here first, okay? And like I said, singing is a manifestation of that, making sure that you have everything correct up there. So sing the parts out loud, sing the rhythms out loud. Make sure that's correct. Then when you play and sing at the same time. And then once you get it, you don't have to sing and play all the time after that. You can just have it in your head. But to start, when you're learning something new, especially at the very beginning stages, when you're learning rhythms for the first time, you're learning rudiments for the first time, get it up here first, sing it out loud first, understand the rhythm first, and then connect the mind, okay, what you understand here with the body, the physical thing that needs a brain to operate, right? So that's the message for today. That's something straight out of my lessons that hopefully you guys can get something out of. You know, not shameless plug, but if you want to take lessons with me, you know, there will be a link at the bottom if you want to work with me. But either way, hopefully this has been helpful to you. Hopefully you can, maybe even if you're going to be teaching somebody, like you're a section leader, you want to help your section out. Hopefully this is a tool that you can use, you know, to help them get better, okay? Mind-body connection, it's a huge thing, it's very important, all right? And hopefully this was helpful to you, okay? Cool, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you guys like this video, please do me a huge favor. It really helps me out. Hit that like button down below. If you have any questions or comments, you want to add to the conversation, leave that in the comments below. And if you have not subscribed yet, after I told you to subscribe, okay, it's that red button that says subscribe. Make sure you hit that button right now, all right? And I would really appreciate that. And what you guys should do next is you should totally watch more of my videos by clicking over here and then subscribing over here. Peace out. Catch you guys on the next video.